Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, that this is a story time. This is a story of the time I got swindled by a prom client. So, before I start the story, I feel like I should tell you guys, I was warned by a couple people that I shouldn't tell this story because it's going to make me look bad as a business person and as a makeup artist. But I feel like telling the story will be informative and it would help bring information to others because of what happened to me. So this happened about a month ago. A friend of mine, we're going to call her Beatrice. Beatrice texted me and asked me, she was like, "Hey Starr, my cousin, we'll call her Rebecca. She's like, "Hey Starr, my cousin Rebecca has prom like next week and I was wondering if you could do her makeup for me." And I was like, let me get back to you and I'll let you know if I'm available. First I asked her when the prom was. She was like, the prom is I think next Friday, the next week's Friday. And I was like, okay, let me get back to you by tomorrow. So I texted her the next day and I asked her, I was like, what does your cousin want exactly, like makeup wise? Does she want lashes? Does she want full-on glam? What does she want? And she goes, well, my cousin just wants prom makeup. So I was like, okay, my fee is $50. She never told me that I was traveling to her. After I told her my fee was $50, she goes, I'll send you the text, I'll send you her address when you have to go. So in my head, I'm like, wait, we never discussed, and now it's going to make me look bad if I come and tell her, oh, it's extra for traveling. That'll make me look bad. So she goes, yeah, I'll text you the address. And I'm like, huh? She goes, yeah, I'll text you the address of where she lives. So I'm like, okay. That was my first mistake. So the day of her appointment, she scheduled her appointment for next week Friday, the next week. She scheduled her appointment for 3:30, either 3 o'clock or 3:30. I got there. When I got to her house, no one was there. I'm at the house, I rang the bell, I knocked the door, no one answered. So in my head, I'm like, you scheduled me for a specific time and you're late. So automatically, that's a late fee because time is money, guys. So there's a park across the street from her house, so I'm sitting in the park. I text my friend Beatrice and I tell her, I'm like, so I've been here for about 10 minutes. And I was like, Rebecca's nowhere to be found. And she goes, oh, right now we're on Flatbush. Oh, because I live in New York. She goes, oh, right now we're on Flatbush and we're trying to pick up a couple accessories. So I'm like, you knew that her appointment, well, you both knew her appointment because you booked me for her. Knew her appointment was for either 3 o'clock or 3:30. I can't remember the exact time. Knew her appointment was for around 3 o'clock. You couldn't think to text me around, let's say, 2:45, 2:50 to notify me that Rebecca was going to be late. Nothing. So I'm sitting across the street from the park. I text her again. I was like, so you guys do know that there's a late fee charge? She goes, oh really? What's the late fee charge? And I'm like, is she serious? Would you not think there would be a late fee charge? So I go, well, right now it was $10 because I've been sitting at the park for about 10-15 minutes. I wasn't going to OD and charge her like $20-$30 because that's ridiculous right there. And me, myself, I wouldn't pay that unless I was actually like 30 minutes late. I would pay the $30. So, sitting at the park, I see 3:45 come. I see 3:50 come. And I'm like, where is she? She goes, oh, she'll be here in 10 minutes. When she said she'll be here in 10 minutes, the girl showed up 20 minutes later. Get to the house, the girl goes, so I have to shower because I have to shower because I have to put my prom dress on when we're done and I didn't shower yet, so it's gonna take me a while. This girl left me in her living room. Rebecca left me in her living room watching Ellen DeGeneres. First I was watching Family Feud and then I ended up watching Ellen DeGeneres. She was in the shower for about, I want to say upstairs, wherever she was, for about an hour. I'm sitting down there watching TV. Mind you, the girl never offered me a glass of water or nothing, and I'm sitting in her house for about an hour. And when she comes downstairs, she goes, oh, would you like something to drink? I was like, yeah, sure. I kid you not, the glass of water was about this small. This small. It was 84 degrees outside, and she gave me a cup of water that was this small. Didn't complain, because I'm like, you know what? Let me just get this, bust this down real quick, and I'll be in and out. Gave her a glass of water. I set up my makeup and stuff. She disappears again. Her mom called her this time, so she's gone for a minute. And I'm just sitting downstairs watching TV. Watching TV. I didn't get paid to watch TV, but I was watching TV. She comes back. I get ready to get started. And when I started, I started with her. Yeah, I started, and her cousin comes in. Beatrice comes into the house. She goes, hey, y'all. In the middle of me applying Rebecca's makeup, Rebecca pulls out this full coverage concealer and goes, I have acne scarring, and I need you to cover it up. In my head, wheels are turning, but I didn't say anything. Wheels are turning, and I'm like, okay. But in my head, I'm like, your cousin said prom makeup, not body makeup. Body makeup and prom makeup are two completely different things. You can't ask me for prom makeup and then show up. Well, when I show up, you turn around and ask me for body makeup. That's a completely different charge. So I didn't say anything because I was up and ready to get out that house, because I'm sitting around for about an hour and change waiting on this girl. First of all, you were late. You were hella late. Didn't say nothing. Finished the application. When I tell you I covered everything, I can't throw up a picture here because that'll be disrespectful to the client and it'll look bad on my part. So when I tell you none of her scars were shown, that's how great of a job I did. So now I'm at the house for about, I want to say, almost 3, almost 4 hours. Her aunt comes into the house. Family members start flooding through the house. Okay, no problem. They're hyped. They're excited. They want to see their little niece get ready for prom. They want to see how great she looks. And after I'm done doing her makeup, I ended up, what was I doing? I helped Beatrice put on this headpiece that she wanted. So we put the headpiece on. Mind you, none of this was my job description. Like, I was being nice. There's nothing wrong with being nice. It's good to kill people with kindness. So I'm helping with the headpiece. They're all sitting around yakking. I'm just waiting for her to get dressed so we can go outside and take photos. Because right about now, I had missed a client. I had 2 clients for that day. She was the first one, and I had another girl for 5 o'clock. Right about now, it's about 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Done missed my client. I had to cancel on my client. Then on top of that, I was supposed to go somewhere with my boyfriend. Couldn't go anymore because I'm still at Rebecca's house. So her aunt comes into the house. When I was done with her makeup, I made sure and I pulled out a mirror because I feel like I should, well, you're supposed to see what you look like. Showed her makeup. I asked her, like, is there anything you want me to change? Do you like how it looks? Do you like everything? And she goes, oh my God, you did such a good job. I love it. Thank you so much. And I'm like, you're welcome. Because my job is to make others feel good about themselves. So, excuse me. So afterwards, we go out. Oh, no, we didn't go outside yet. We're in the house, and some auntie comes into the house, and she goes, oh no, change that lip color. And I'm like, no. She said she likes it. I don't work for you. That's my client. She brings out this ugly fuchsia lipstick. Boy, she goes, put this on her. I was like, no, I'm not putting that on her. And she goes, put this on her. No. In my head, I'm like, yo, if this is the case, if this was what I was supposed to deal with for the whole day, well, deal with, auntie might as well have done her makeup, because if you're coming to me yelling at me, you're not the one paying me. 2, who are you to be yelling at me? My mother, it's a good thing my mother taught me to respect my elders, because if I didn't have respect for my elders, I would have went off on auntie. So auntie's like, yeah, put this lipstick on her. So I turned to Rebecca. I'm like, Rebecca, do you like the lipstick, or do you want me to make it lighter? Because she had like this pale pink dress, and you couldn't overkill, like you can't overkill it with the makeup because it'll just look too much, right? So I'm like, okay. I was like, Rebecca, do you want me to change the lipstick? She goes, yeah, you can make it a bit brighter. Auntie's still adamant with this damn fuchsia lipstick. I'm like, Auntie, I didn't call her Auntie, but I'm like, I'm not putting that on. She goes, put it on her. I go to get the makeup wipe, and I wipe the lipstick that I had put on her. I think it was a ColourPop lipstick. Yeah, I put a ColourPop lipstick on her, and I wiped it off. As soon as I turn my back, Auntie turns around, and she smears that lipstick on Rebecca's lips. And right now, I'm pissed, because Rebecca's paying me to do a job, and you're jumping in, doing God alone knows what. Like, you weren't paid. If that was the case, Auntie, you should have done her makeup. And I'm still patient. I'm still calm. And before that, I was like sitting on it while I was waiting for Rebecca to come downstairs. I text one of my friends who's also a makeup artist, and I'm like, girl, you will not believe what I'm going through right now. She's like, what? I'm like, right now I'm at this girl's house sitting down watching TV. Watching freaking TV while she's upstairs doing God alone knows what. You knew that you had a makeup appointment. Why didn't you shower before I got there? Granted, it was a hot day, but you should have came back home earlier so you could have showered, so I could have did my job on time and left on time. There was no reason for me to be in Rebecca's house for 4 hours, almost 5 hours. So at the end of the job, I got my money, and I was dissatisfied. But I didn't say anything. But my face was set away. Like, I don't know if they realized, but my face was set away. We go outside to take pictures. I'm trying to get pictures, and Auntie making noise and catching attitude with the limo driver or the Escalating driver, whatever car she had. And I'm trying to snap my pictures. Got my pictures, and I dipped. Like, it was time for me to go. I had to apologize to my client. I had to, apologize to my boyfriend because, I flopped on him because I was sitting in Rebecca's house for damn near 5 hours. So I leave. I go get some food to eat. And my best friend calls me. She goes, hey, Starr, how was the appointment? And I'm like, girl, let me tell you about this family and what happened. So I tell her everything that I just told you guys. And she goes, so you're not going to ask her for the body makeup. You're not going to charge her for the body makeup, and you're not going to charge her your traveling fee. And I told her, I was like, honestly, I want to, but then it's going to make me look bad if I come back and I ask her for money after I done left the job. She was like, no, you need to get what's yours. So I'm like, okay. By the time I got home, I was pooped, like, fell asleep. So the next morning or evening, I can't remember when it was, but I texted her and I was like, hey, Beatrice, I'm just texting you to let you know that your cousin Rebecca owes me money. And she's like, what? And I was like, yeah. I was like, body makeup and acne coverage on the chest, the arms, the shoulders, and the back. Yes, that's everything that I covered. And I'm like, the makeup coverage on all of that is not free. That was not part of the prom package. She paid for her makeup to get done, meaning her face. And that's what I did. And I'm like, I did the body coverage, and she needs to pay for it. And she goes, okay, Starr, how much is it? And I told her everything all together, including the traveling fee and the body makeup fee. Everything is $40. She goes, okay, we'll get the money to you. And I'm like, okay, cool. Gravy, everything is cool. I think I'm getting my money. Now wait for the swindle. My girl was a pro swindler. She's like, by the next week you'll get your money. I see 1 week pass, 2 week pass. So I text her, and I'm like, I'm texting the cousin because I don't have Rebecca's number, so I'm texting Beatrice. And I'm like, okay, so 2 weeks have passed, and I'm wondering, when am I getting my money? I was like, because I did a great job. It's not like I did a bad job and her skin looked terrible. I did a good job. Like, I covered everything. You couldn't see any of her acne peeking through the makeup at all. And I'm pretty sure that her makeup lasted all night because that's how good of a job I do. Like, you can ask any of my clients. So she goes, well, she said when she gets paid, she'll pay you. And I'm like, what do you mean when she gets paid? I was like, she's been working this whole time. How many paychecks does it take for her to get $40? That doesn't make sense to me. So it was back and forth. And I got tired of talking to Beatrice. So I was like, yo, can I just get Rebecca's phone number? Got Rebecca's number. I text her. She goes, I'm so sorry it's taking so long. Starr, you're going to get your money. Blase, blase. I see 3 weeks come. No money. Like, there's no moolah. Nothing. Nothing's coming my way. So, I'm like, alright. Okay. And I see this Sunday that just passed made a month. So I texted her on Friday. I'm going to read the text message. She told me the Thursday night that she was going to give me the money by Friday. So Friday that just passed, I was supposed to get the money. So on Friday at 3:52, I texted her and I go, hey, what time am I meeting with you today? She goes, my cousin Beatrice is going to come for the money. So I'm like, so why can't you meet me to give it to me? I was like, I'm tired of the runaround. You said Friday. Today is Friday. Meanwhile, Beatrice had texted me. I texted Beatrice. Did I text her? She texted me. I'm going to find it. Beatrice goes, could I meet up with you on Monday to give it to you? Today's Monday. Why would I wait till today for you to give me the money when your cousin and you said that I will get my money on Friday? So it goes from getting it today to getting it on Monday. You guys are playing games, but I guess Monday is fine. Because at the end of the day, I just wanted my money. She goes, no, she got paid today, but she's at work, so I can't go get it. I was like, why can't you meet me today? She goes, I don't know where she works. My girl told me 2 weeks ago that her cousin worked at either Walgreens or Dwayne Reed. How you know know the name of the place of the establishment where your cousin works, but you don't know where she works? A bit sus to me. So I was like, why can't you get it and why can't she bring it to me? Why can't you go get it and why can't she bring it to me? She goes, cause she's at work. I'ma just walk up in her job like, give me the money. And I was like, so meet her after work. She gets out at 2 a.m. I was like, this runaround is blowing me. Why tell me you're gonna do something if you're not gonna follow through? I'm not playing this game. She starts writing me short stories. I'm not gonna read all of that on. So I text the cousin back. The last time I texted the cousin was 4:44. At 7:14 I texted. I was like, look, I've been respectful for a whole month, but this is ridiculous. It's $40. You wanted a service, I provided said service. What's the problem with paying me what you owe me? I've been texting you, but you keep sending your cousin Beatrice to give me messages when you can just text me back. This is between you and me, but since you involved your cousin, one of you needs to bring me my money. I'm not playing whatever game it is the both of you are playing. You can bring me my money or mail it to me. I was just saying mail it to me because I wanted to see what she would say. Like, if she said she was going to mail it to me, if it took you a whole month to give me $40, why would I believe that you're going to mail me my money? Swindler. Like, she's a pro swindler. So then she goes, okay, I will mail it to you. Bleh. Do I look stupid too? Do I have the word stupid printed on my forehead? Like, are you serious? So I go, I don't believe you. It's been a whole month and now you're agreeing with mailing me my money. She goes, what's your address so I can get the money order? And I don't have your number. I only have you on Facebook. So, yeah. How you don't have my number but you texted me, boo? And then talk about money order. We are in 2016. I will not be accepting money orders as payment for a makeup service. You're wildin'. So I go, you're lying. And she goes, yeah. Do I look like a joke to you? Like, do I look like I'm joking? So I'm like, bring me my money in person because I'm not going to give you my address to wait a whole 30 days for $40. I'm not stupid because I already waited a whole month, which made me look stupid on my part. I could have gave this whole situation up and not said anything, but it's not even about the money. It's about the principle of the situation. You wanted a service, you got said service, but you can't pay up. I can understand if I did a bad job that you wouldn't want to pay me. But I did a great job. A great job. Like, why can't you just pay me what you owe me? Like, why can't you pay me?
Like, pay me what you want it. Don't act like you forgot. Bitch, better have my money.
So this was basically my mood the entire time. Like, where's my money? You better have my money. So, old girl never brought me my money on Friday. And she goes, so where do you want me to meet you? And I'm like, meet me at Broadway Junction by the A train. She goes, then she swings off and goes, nah, first of all, you didn't give her the whole price for the makeup that day, so stop with that. I was like, because she told me I was like, because she never told me I was covering acne scars, which means she didn't tell me that you needed body makeup. She said you needed prom makeup, meaning makeup for the face. She goes, Beatrice told me the day after about the traveling fee and the body makeup. And I was like, also, she never said I was coming to you. She just asked me to do your makeup. The next day, she told me I was coming to you. Then gave me the address the day of. No one is trying to swindle you. You just have to pay for the services that were provided to you. And then I was like, at 11:16 p.m., Lil Mama still didn't hit me up, boo. I go, where are you? And then yesterday, which was Sunday, I was like, just be honest and tell me you had no intention of giving me my money. Why ask Beatrice for directions to my house and ask me where to meet up if you didn't have any intention of coming? So now I'm going back and forth with Beatrice because Rebecca done responded. Like, she like, babe, I ain't responding to you. I'm not talking to you. I ain't giving you shit. Right? So I'm going back and forth with Beatrice. And she goes, oh, Friday, she goes, at 11 o'clock, she knew bloody well that her cousin didn't meet up with me. She goes, did she come? And I was like, no. She was like, WTF, I thought she did. She was asking me how to get to your house like she was coming. I was like, look, it's final. Your cousin is a liar, and I'm convinced. I was like, your cousin is a liar. I'm convinced. I'm sorry to talk this way about her, but that's how it looks to me. Why ask for directions to my house if you didn't have any intention of coming? I'm not playing her game, to be honest. My thing is, just be honest with me. Why ask me where to meet up and ask you for directions if she didn't plan on coming? She goes, she's not lying. She got the money. I don't know why she didn't come, but you'll get your money. I don't know why she asked to do all of that, though. She stopped texting me after asking me how to get there, so I thought she left and was on her way. I'm tired of this. Why not text her if you don't want a messenger? Just text me and ask you where she is. Just text her and ask her where she is. I called and she's not even answering me, so I really don't know what happened, to be honest. I'm not with her. The whole messenger thing, that blew me. Because before, if I'm talking to you and you didn't give me your cousin's number, of course you're going to act as a messenger. But when I got her number, there was no reason for you to still be involved. Like, I'm not mad at Beatrice or anything, but in the beginning, when I had asked for my money, you said either if you got paid or if she got paid, I would have gotten my money. So, who got paid and where's my $40? Oh, excuse me. And I was like, I've been texting, she doesn't respond. I don't know. I didn't ask you to be a messenger, nor have I called you a messenger again. You asked if she come, and I said no. I know you're not with her. You told me. And then she goes shaking my head. She's not replying to me either. I don't know if she's in pain. I don't know if she went to sleep or what happened. I even called. And I hit her with the K. Because at this point, you guys are just bullshitting me. I'm sorry to curse, but you guys are just bullshitting me. Like, this is all a big joke. Like, you guys, it's like you guys planned to swindle me from the beginning. Yeah, I admit that I was wrong. I should have told you that the body makeup was extra, and I should have told you about the traveling fee. But how you gonna pop up the day of and try to add on a service? That just blows me. So yesterday at 7:04 p.m., Beatrice hits me up and goes, where do I meet you for this money? And I was like, Broadway Junction is good. She hits me back and goes, bruh, that's the other side of the world. I can't even get there easy for me, shaking my head. And I hit her with a scam artist, shaking my head. No one was going to line up your... Oh, I was like... I called her and I was like... After that text message with the... I can't... Bruh, that's the other side of the world. I can't get there easy for me, shaking my head. I called her. I was like, so, basically, you and your cousin are playing games with me. Like, why can't you pay me? Like, I gave you a service... And somebody needs to bring me my money, honey, because I'm not playing. And after that, I was kind of pissed. So I went on Facebook and I posted this status. I was like, one thing you should never do is play with me and my money. This girl is looking for problems. You wanted a service. You received the service. Why does it take you a month to pay me? I'm not with the swindle game. All I'm hearing is excuses, and I'm tired of them right now. So I was like, I'm tired of them. Right now, it's time to pay up. My friend comments and goes, want me to handle her? And I'm like, look, sis, the way I want to say yes, but violence is the answer. This is part of the reason why black businesses can't flourish, because of people like this girl who play games and lie. She goes, exactly, like, don't play with my sis money. I will handle you real quick, where you will need her services every day to cover up that face. That was kind of mean, but I have nothing to do with her responses, her comments, nothing. Like, that's not on me. I don't control nobody's actions. I don't speak for nobody's actions but my own. Then another friend commented and was like, more money's going to come your way. Just take deposits from now on. I'm with the other girl who commented. And I was like, I believe it. That's what I'm gonna do now. Half down, the other half in person. And I was like, LOL, y'all the real ones. That's why. So, my girl, Rebecca, calls up her cousin Beatrice and goes, Star's not getting her money, because she's trying to get me lined. Nowhere in my status did I say that I was trying to get shorty lines. Like, it's not in my life to line people up. Like, if she had met me a couple years ago, maybe, but I know God and I would not line her up. Like, I don't care that much. If I wanted to fight if I wanted to fight Rebecca, I would have showed up at Rebecca's doorstep a long time ago. After week 2, I would have showed up to her door. If I didn't show up to your door, what makes you think that a month later I'm going to have you lined? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm going back and forth. And yeah, so I called her cousin a scam artist. Mainly because if you had no intentions of giving me the money, you should have said so from the beginning. Not make me wait a whole month. And bi-weekly you're telling me, yeah, you're going to get your money. And I never see nothing. Like, why lie? So, I'm going back and forth with Beatrice. And she goes how Rebecca's cousin, which is also Beatrice's cousin, took away the money and was like, yeah, that B isn't getting paid. I don't know if they cursed or not, but that girl ain't getting paid because she waited till the day after to hit you with extra prices. If it were me and I had asked somebody for an extra service the day of, I don't care if they told me the day after that I owed them money, they would get their money. Because at the end of the day, it's a business. And you can't expect people to do services for free all the time or give you discounts all the time because it's not fair to them. Like, excuse me, it's like they're putting their talent to the side to make you comfortable as a client, which isn't fair. The cousin goes on to say, oh, it's not like she used her products. Hold on. She was like, it's not like she used her own products. And Beatrice right now, she's pretty upset because I'm speaking to her. I have nobody else to speak to. I can't speak to Rebecca because why? Rebecca thinks that my friends are going to jump her. That I'm going to have people jump her. Even if my friends wanted to jump her, I would never give them the address to Rebecca's house. Like, that's ridiculous. Because at the end of the day, if something did go down and Rebecca did get jumped, they would call my name and the feds would show up to my door. And I'm too cute to go to jail. So, Beatrice is pretty upset now. She's like, oh, why are you coming back to me? And I'm like, what do you mean, why am I coming to you? You're the one who booked me for your cousin's prom. Your cousin didn't come to me directly. You came to me. So if it's anybody that I need to speak to, it's you. If it's anybody that needs to pay me, it's not really her that has to pay me. But it would be appropriate and it would be appreciated if Beatrice did take the money and pay me my money. So now, whatever friendship or semblance of a friendship that was there between me and Beatrice, honestly and low-key, I feel like it's done. Like, I can't associate myself with people who lie and can't pay for services that were rendered. I could completely understand if I did a terrible job with this girl's makeup, but that wasn't even the case. At all. It wasn't the case. I did a great job with her makeup. You couldn't even see any of the scarring or anything. Anything. And her face was blended. She could have taken pictures with flash, without flash, and there would be no flashback. None. At all. So you can't pay me for the services rendered. That's crazy to me. That's completely crazy to me. You're supposed to be a friend. Friends don't treat friends like that. At all. Even my best friend pays me to get her makeup done. My best friend. And a stranger can't pay me. If my best friend came and said, Starr, you know, I want you to cover this up, she would pay me. My best friend has brought clients to my door also. So, you telling me that you can't pay me because of whatever reason doesn't work with me. After this situation, it's been a learned lesson a learned life lesson. It's only going to help me grow, and it's only going to help me to be able to move forward with my pursuits and endeavors from here on out. From now on, I will not be taking payment the day of the appointment. You're going to have to put down a non-refundable cash deposit, and you can pay the rest in person, or I'll make it where you have to pay it before you come. And if you do, well, the first deposit, if you do cancel your appointment, that's non-refundable. You don't get it back. You don't. And there will be late fees. My fees and my prices are completely reasonable. Completely reasonable. So I don't see and I don't understand why there's a problem there's a problem when you have to ask me for discounts or you have to ask me to lower my prices. I have friends who are makeup artists and they charge well over $60, $70, and $80 to do faces. Me charging you $45, maybe $50 depending on what you want, it's far from unreasonable. If you're looking to get a $25 face, you better go hit up your cousin, sister, stepdaughter, auntie with the uncle on the side named Brittany. Like, don't knock on Starr's door. Like, don't hit me up, don't text me if you are looking for a $25 face, because my skill is never going to be $25. My applications will never be $25 at all, ever. And to disrespect me and tell me that I don't deserve my money because, oh, this is what the cousin also said. She goes, I'm not going to allow you to pay her because it wasn't like she used her own coverage. Sweetheart, I couldn't use any coverage. I didn't bring any coverage. I wasn't prepared for that. I came prepared for what you asked me to do for you. So, saying you're not paying me, you might as well just ask your auntie to do your makeup. You might as well just ask your auntie or your cousin to apply the concealer. I mean, that concealer was really good, but you might as well just ask your cousin or your auntie to apply the concealer and blend it in to the point where you can't even tell your acne scars from your skin. Boy, it's not like it was an easy job at all. I had to cover her chest, her arms up until the elbow, her shoulders and her back, and the back of her arms. And you're telling me that you can't pay me what you owe me. You swindled me for a whole month. A whole month. And I'm in the wrong here. Maybe I was. I'm not going to say I'm not completely wrong, but I have partial blame because of the situation. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that I don't deserve my money, that I don't deserve payment because I told you a day later that you owed me money. My girl, I was in your house for 4 hours and you give me a chunky little cup of water. A chunky little cup of water. I thought that was going to quench my thirst when it's 84 degrees outside. And you expect me not to get mad. And you had relatives yelling at me. And you expect me not to be upset. At all. You're wildin'. If you have any comments, you can leave them in the description box below. Tell me how you feel. You can tell me if I was wrong. I accept constructive criticism. The only way is up. And by being able to go up, you have to have people come along and tell you where you went wrong and help you see where you could fix things in the future. So if you have any similar stories, you have any comments, feel free to comment below in the description box. Tell me how you feel. Yeah, just talk to me. Let me know. And feel free to like, comment, share this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button below. I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching my video.